Prosthetic Innovations is a company that provides clinical care for amputees of all ages. We make prosthetic limbs, arms and legs, fingers, and partial feet. And we not only make the initial prosthesis and subsequent prostheses, but we also are typically the primary point of contact for continuing care for all of our clients.
A certified prosthetist is someone who works with a client that is suffering with limb loss. We evaluate them, engineer, design, and fabricate and fit a prosthesis to make up for that limb loss.
A prosthesis is a tool that we design. It's custom, so we measure the remaining limb, and we design a carbon fiber prosthesis that allows somebody to either walk or if it's upper extremity to do certain tasks. But it's all custom and individual for every specific task.
You know, part of my job description is to meet with the client. We have to figure out what the appropriate socket style, appropriate prosthetic componentry is to reach that goal. So if you have a patient that is elderly, you know, say you have an 80-year-old man who doesn't do an enormous amount, but he goes to the grocery store, he still lives at home, he's got 30 steps to negotiate each day. You have to design that into the prosthesis. And it might be a microprocessor knee, and it might be an energy storing foot that would accomplish that. Whereas if you're dealing with a young veteran, you're designing artificial limbs created so that they can run, so that they can swim, so they can pick up young children and run with them over all sorts of obstacles.
So years ago, in the early 1990s, when I got into prosthetics, a prosthetic limb was very reactive. It was, then the most state-of-the-art prosthesis was made out of carbon fiber. And all it basically did was, when you put weight into it, it would return some of that energy or weight. It was held on back then with straps. So you would just, you know, tie a strap up above your knee, tie it tight, and that's how it was held on. Today, we use vacuum, we use suction, we use all kinds of more advanced ways to hold the prosthesis on. Imagine like a suction cup on a window, how it's on there and it's real difficult to get off. It's basically the same type of technology that we're using against the body. To do that, it's complex. And obviously the body changes size, and so sometimes we use little motors in there that evacuate air and create a vacuum seal. So as the design of how you hold a prosthesis to the body has advanced, the performance of the prosthetic wearer has gone up. It takes 42% more energy to walk with a below-knee single limb amputation. Well, that's kind of like walking uphill all day long. It takes that much more energy. As an above knee, it takes up to 56 to 60% more energy. Well, that's like having your buddy jump on your back and then walking all day. There's a ton more energy to walk. And just in the last couple years, with the introduction of bionic or powered devices, we're now replacing muscular function that is lost. And so instead of the amputee having to, you know, work extra hard to power the prosthesis, now the prosthesis itself is powered, and it is lowering that energy cost. So for the first time in the history of the world, the history of prosthetics, we can now put a prosthesis on a below-knee amputee, and the energy it takes to walk is no different than when they had their leg. So it's pretty amazing time to be in prosthetics.
An upper extremity prosthesis replaces the function that people have lost when they suffer an amputation of the upper extremity. Body power is what most people think of when they think of an old style prosthesis. It's typically a hook or a mechanical hand. The person uses a harness with a cable assembly that goes through and controls both the elbow and the hand or the terminal device. They pull on the cable with their body, and that opens or closes the terminal device, or it flexes or extends the elbow. The other type that's much more current is an external power source. In those types of systems, we'll use battery power, and then we'll use control signals from the person's bodies, like myoelectric signals from their muscles, or pressure sensors where they will push against areas of the prosthetic socket to tell the prosthesis to either open and close the terminal device, or flex or extend the elbow, or rotate the wrist.
As a certified prosthetist, I absolutely have a unique position in the fact that I might visit with a client with two limbs that is going to have a surgery to replace or to remove a sick part of their body, whether it's cancer, whether it's diabetes, whether it's trauma. And I work with those clients through the surgery, get them fit with the prosthesis, and follow up. I have a very unique job in the fact that you're taking somebody that's losing their independence, losing the ability to walk, and having the ability to work with that client to regain that independence. It's a very powerful, fun, humbling position. It's fantastic.